The history of humanity is an epic journey, marked by extraordinary achievements, challenges, and evolutions. From the earliest civilizations to modern technological revolutions, we, as humans, have shaped the world in unimaginable ways. But what truly brought us here, and what sets us apart from past generations? Today, we're going to explore the key moments that transformed our path and understand how these events shape our present and future. If you've ever wanted to understand the most important milestones in human history, but never found an explanation that really hooked you, stick around. In the next few minutes, we'll take a journey through time to uncover the secrets that built our world. Our story begins about 10,000 years ago with the so-called agricultural revolution. Humans transitioned from nomadic hunter-gatherers to settled farmers. But what caused this shift? Population growth and climate change made it necessary for humans to find new ways to secure food. This crucial moment allowed the first villages to emerge and eventually the first civilizations. A great example is Mesopotamia, known as the cradle of civilization. It was here, between the Tigris and Euphrates rivers, that cities like Uruk and Babylon emerged. In this region, not only did agriculture flourish, but also trade, law, and writing, with the development of the first cuneiform script. At the same time, ancient Egypt, with its pyramids and pharaohs, became an icon of centralized power and monumental architecture. As societies grew, new technological and social advances allowed the rise of great empires. Egypt, Babylon, Persia, and other ancient kingdoms showed the potential of organized society. And however, it was the Greeks and Romans who left the most lasting legacies. Ancient Greece not only gave us the philosophy of Socrates, Plato, and Aristotle, but also democracy. Cities like Athens stood out for public debate, theater, poetry, and science. At the same time, the Roman Empire dominated vast areas of Europe, the Middle East, and North Africa. Their ability to build roads, aqueducts, and a solid legal system was key to unifying their vast territory. In Asia, the Han Empire consolidated China as one of the most advanced civilizations in the world. Beyond the Great Wall, the Silk Road connected the East to the West, promoting cultural and economic exchanges that impacted the entire world. After the fall of the Roman Empire, Europe went through a period known as the Middle Ages. This was a time of political fragmentation, where feudal lords dominated small plots of land, and the Catholic Church played a central role. However, it would be a mistake to call this era the Dark Ages. While the great Roman cities had been abandoned, new institutions emerged, such as universities and guilds. During the Crusades, Europe reconnected with the Middle East, bringing back forgotten knowledge and new goods like spices and silk. At the same time, scientific and philosophical advances flourished in the Islamic world and China, while Europe began preparing for the Renaissance. The Renaissance, which began in Italy, was an explosion of creativity and rediscovery of classical knowledge. Artists like Leonardo da Vinci and Michelangelo created immortal works, while scientists like Galileo Galilei changed the way we understand the universe. While the Renaissance flourished in Europe, explorers began expanding their frontiers in search of new lands and riches. Christopher Columbus, Vasco da Gama, and Ferdinand Magellan led expeditions that connected the New World to Europe, creating a global trade system never seen before. However, these discoveries also brought devastating consequences for the indigenous populations of the Americas, who were decimated by disease and colonization. The age of colonial empires drastically shifted the balance of power in the world, establishing colonies and trade routes that enriched European powers. This period also marked the beginning of an interconnected global economy, with the trade of spices, African slaves, and other goods circulating between continents. In the late 18th and early 19th centuries, the world underwent a series of revolutions that would forever transform the way societies were organized. The American Revolution in 1776 marked the birth of a new nation based on democratic principles. Shortly after, the French Revolution challenged the monarchy and planted the seeds of liberty, equality, and fraternity. These political revolutions were accompanied by the Industrial Revolution, which began in England and quickly spread across the world. Steam engines, railroads, and factories transformed agricultural economies into industrial ones. Cities grew, working conditions changed drastically, and societies began to face new challenges, such as social inequality and urbanization. The 20th century brought with it two of the most devastating conflicts in history, the First and Second World Wars. These wars not only redrew borders, but also completely changed power dynamics. After World War II, the creation of the United Nations and the beginning of the Cold War defined the global order. At the same time, scientific progress made a giant leap forward. The space race between the United States and the Soviet Union culminated in the moon landing in 1969. This period was also marked by the technological revolution with the advent of computers, which eventually led to the creation of the Internet and the global interconnectedness we know today. And now, we enter the 21st century with unprecedented challenges and opportunities. The advancement of artificial intelligence, robotics, and biotechnology is transforming our societies in unimaginable ways. At the same time, the need to address climate change and pursue renewable energy becomes more urgent each day. We are at a critical point in human history. What we do now could determine the future of our planet and our species. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the history of humanity and want to continue this journey with us, make sure to subscribe to the channel. Here, we'll always explore fascinating topics, connecting the past with the future. Leave a like and share it with your friends. What part of our history fascinates you the most? Comment below, and don't forget to hit the bell to receive notifications for future videos. I promise you won't want to miss them.